Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to give the ms362 a chance to redeem itself. Is it really that far behind the ms400 and the 400.1? I've got bone stock 362 here, and we've got another 362 that has your typical bolt-ons. We've got the Egan straight shot, the foam filter, and we're going to see where this one comes in bone stock, see how the normal bolt-on 362 is. Just for grins and giggles, we've got 12 pounds, 15.6 ounces on our decked out 362. That is about the same weight as the 400, and we're about that same 6-7 ounces heavier than the 400.1. So, a little bit smaller. I haven't had very good luck with the power output on these stock. They've been all over the board, and you'll see that from these. That one we did a few weeks ago, this one versus this one, this one does have the bolt-ons, but stock for stock, I've seen almost a horse different in the saws, and it doesn't really seem to matter if I do the reset. I always run the same fuel, so there's just something in between. But you can leave a comment, let me know. I've always heard that 362 is a dog, and I've had a few of them in that definitely seem to live up to that. But I've had a few of them that perform quite well for a 60cc. So is it just a stigma, or what's going on with that? But we'll get this one put on the dyno and see what kind of power it makes. Do you think a bolt-on 362 can keep up with the power of the new 400s? But we're going to find out today. Alright, here's our decked out carb version of 362. We'll get our baseline runs and see how it does in this fashion. So our bolt-on 362 definitely ran well, made good power, but it's still not quite up there where the 400.1 and 400 are. Close, not quite. And this one definitely runs better than some of the other ones we've had. So let me know, have you guys ever just ran across 362 that doesn't run like you think it should? Like I said, I couldn't find anything in that one we ported the other day. Ring gap was good, cylinder piston good, bearings good, everything checked out. Did the reset, everything, just did not make any power. And even when we were ported, we started out with less power. When it was ported, didn't make as good a power as some of the other ones we've done. But that's the whole point of the dyno. Before and after on the same saw, we still gained our 20-25% out of it. But it came up short. It actually wasn't very far off from where this one is with just the bolt-ons. And you will have that. Some models, some saws just do not run like they should. Even though you throw parts at it, everything checks out, sometimes there's got to be a gremlin in there. But we'll take a look at the graph and see exactly how this one fared versus our other stockers. So here's what we have. This blue line down here is that 362 that came in a couple weeks ago when we first got the 400.1 from Bodie. And we had 4.63 horse, 2.58 foot-pounds. When I got in there, everything looked fine. Did the recal, everything. Didn't see anything drastically wrong why this one would be so far off in power. And I have had a few come in mid force, 4.8, 4.7. This one's 4.63. So I don't know exactly where they went wrong. This was a 2018 model. Then we have our pink line here. This was another bone stock 362 that we ran today. We got 5.26 and 3.1 foot-pounds. A drastic difference between these two 362s. And this one was a 2016 model saw. Same thing. Really good shape. Both of these were M-tronic. And today our bolt-on. We have 5.75 horse, 3.6 foot-pounds. These red lines. So you can see those bolt-ons made good power everywhere. Nice broad curve. This one is an adjustable carb model, so there is maybe something there, but I just want to see how these compared to our 400s. So this bolt-on 362 definitely makes good power. 5.75, 3.6. That is a little bit off from the just over 6 horse that we were making out of our 400s. So even though we got this bolt-on, it's not quite the same power. But if you have a good run in 362, some of these bolt-on parts definitely might be worth your time. But if you happen to have a dog of a 362, I don't think it's ever going to make a difference. Because if they don't have the power stock, even when we poured them, you know, this one turned out real nice. It was real close to 6 horse, which is one heck of a gain from the 4.6. But it's not going to be anywhere near the power of this one once we get this one all ported up. But that's the whole point of having the dyno, before and after. So let me know what you guys think, and until next time, thanks a lot, everyone.